Along this greenway, in addition to our statue that we will unveil here in a moment, we will eventually have 20 additional statues that make up a trail of history dedicated to the men and women who made Mecklenburg County and Charlotte what it is today. And I think it's going to be a great addition to our future and something we can celebrate as Mecklenburgers for decades and decades to come.
What's happening at this corner is very special. It looks a little bit raw today, but things always look a little raw when they are brand new. That's the beauty of this spot. That's the beauty of the Chas Fagan statue that we will see shortly.
We are absolutely thrilled this section of the Greenway will host the Trail of History and the statue of Captain James Jack, which is a very generous gift from the May 20th Society. If you look on the back of your program, thanks to the staff and students at Central Piedmont Community College and at Mecklenburg County, you can actually use your smartphone, see the barcode, and barcode technology to access an interactive website that will tell you all about this trail of history and all about the Greenway in here and about Captain James Jack. The barcode is on the program and it's on the statue.
It's important to celebrate this history, not just because it's interesting and it gives us some sense of the past and some sense of where the people who came before us, the lives they lived and the spirit they had and the dedication to freedom that they embodied. But it's important for us today because we are such a varied country. You know, this country is really blessed by the fact that we are not haunted by our history. We don't go to war with each other the way people do in many other countries because they went to war 1,300 years ago and are still fighting. And we don't go to war over ethnicity or over religion, over language. We once horribly went to war over race, and we will never do that again because we have finally understood that the spirit of freedom that James Jacks represents here is one that applies to all of our people.
If you can imagine when taking handfuls of warm clay and making big shapes and trying to shape a horse and shape a rider, as you can imagine, I spent a lot of time thinking about Captain Jack and that day on May 20th, 1775. And I gotta say, I am very grateful to Charlotte for having such a great story to tell. It's a unifying story that has everything you want in it: defiance, bravery, independence, individual liberty. The actions of those guys on May 20th were not nuanced. They were noticed. They were remembered. And 5 years after the Declaration of Independence and 5 years after Captain Jack made his ride up to Philadelphia, the Brits finally came here and they took the city. And one of the first things that the general did, Cornwallis did when he arrived here, was to track down Captain Jack's tavern on Trade Street and burn it down, and then go to his house and burn it down. For me, that was just a statement as to the impact of this one guy.
5,
4, 3, 2,
1, go!
Hip heave. After due deliberation and free and full discussion of the various objects for which the delegation has been convened, it was unanimously ordained as follows. Listen and hear. That whoever directly or indirectly abetted or in any way, form, or manner countenanced the unchartered and dangerous invasions of our rights as claimed by Great Britain is an enemy to this county, to America, and to the inherent and inalienable rights of man. And finally, because today we toast the descendants of the patriotic members of the Mecklenburg Declaration who declared independence. Hip, hip, huzzah!
Golly most.